Hello everybody. This is Brian from QuantAbsNet.com. We got some folks from LightningChart. As you know, probably one of the best charting tools out there, specifically for finance. So we're going to go through a demo and have a presentation. So take it away, you guys.
Yeah, so the first thing is just to give a bit of introduction on the company. So LightningChart is the pioneer in GPU-based technologies, and it allows us to be much faster in terms of what we can visualize, the amount of data points we can visualize than our competitors. And it's designed for very rapid real-time updates. So we can have high refresh rate, live charts that are smooth and are not laggy. And also, even if you visualize like up to 1 million data points, you'll see very laggy on other competitors. And for us, it's constant 60 FPS smooth, which is super important, especially for large data sets, because you want to have that feedback. And as a comparison for against our competitors, we're thousands of times faster than our competitors in terms of the data loading speed, but also the fastest data streaming application where we're 1.5 million times faster than other solutions. And for example, LightningChart.net can visualize up to 1 trillion data points in a real-time chart. So that just goes to show you that we're able to visualize lots of data points, but also have a smooth, where when we say here 1 trillion data points, it's not laggy, it's completely smooth. So we can display very large data sets, looks very smooth, and we also are the best in class visualization library in terms of, again, performance, but also usability, like the user feedback. We listen to our users, and in general, I think it's the all-around best library package that is in the market right now. So I'll just quickly go over some of the software components that we offer. The first one is LightningChart.js, which is the web-based desktop software component solution, so you can visualize charts in the web, and it's also the best-in-class performance. The next software component is the original .NET charting component, which is from the Microsoft Windows application, and it's again the one we said we visualize 1 trillion data points, and it's leading in terms of scientific and engineering charts. And here for today, we're for the FinTech charts, which again is based on it's cross-platform. So we have JavaScript.net, but it's also integrated in our Python add-ons. And we have lots of technical analysis tools baked in, as well as many different indicators, 100+ indicators. And it's all, again, the same performance that we offer. And the last one I'll touch on is the Python add-on. So we offer a LightningChart Python extension to the JS, which you can install via pip, which is very standard. You can replace it for Matplotlib is very common, so you can use this charting library instead. And what we'll show some demo of as well is the trader application that comes as a form of a Python package. So I think that's sort of the basic overview of the add-ons that we have and the software components. And I'll just quickly now show the demo of both the Python charts and the trader. So do you have any questions so far?
No, no, it's all good. If anyone else has any questions.
Okay. So I just made a simple Jupyter notebook because, a lot of quants and traders like to use Jupyter notebooks if they're using Python. So I just took essentially some S&P for 2 years, calculated the close. And the first dashboard I have here is a time series dashboard, which I can show you just kind of computed the 50-day and 200-day simple moving average, very simple stuff, as well as daily returns. and cumulative returns, and also the price spread. So here we have a dashboard. So this is one of the options that we have as well in the Python add-ons, is we can create dashboards. And you can see here, the actual output from a Jupyter notebook is interactive. So if you've ever used Matplotlib in a Jupyter notebook, it's actually a static image. And this one, that means you can't really have real-time streaming. So here, even though it's static, you can actually plug in a real-time data feed, which will show over time in the Jupyter notebook. Okay, and then here is a simple heat map. So what I did was I took some metrics where I calculated, again, the spread, the 250-day simple moving average, as well as volume and volatility and the returns, and then I compared them against each other to see if they're correlated. And this is sort of the output. You can customize this in a way where you have squares for each box and with a value in it, but here is a sort of bilinear interpolation, so you have a smooth heat map. So again, there is lots of customizability, and really there's not enough time to show everything that it can do, but here's a sort of a basic example on a heat map. Okay. And here, okay, this one is not the most realistic because I don't have options price data, but I just wanted to showcase a surface, a volatility surface. So what I did was I grabbed essentially the volatility of the S&P and did sort of some quadratic interpolation based on the moneyness of the option, and applied like Black-Scholes to it. So I get it's very smooth in this case because each one of them is, I sort of simulated the price to kind of get you that volatility smile. But there are many different kinds of options that you can have in terms of the what you're visualizing in the vol surface. It can be mesh grids. You can have smooth surfaces, like this one, an example, and also you can have real-time streaming. So once again, all the charts themselves are real-time. You have real-time streaming capabilities. And again, we have the legend, which you can, again, interact with, which is, I think, one of the most important parts here to notice is that you can interact with the chart itself if you want to, but it's always up to the user. And now we'll get to the trader charts. So this is, I just basically converted the data frame I had and then put the data into the charting component. And once again, I'll give you, like, for example, as a indicator, I'll add a simple moving average here. And there are lots of different indicators, which include the envelopes. Then you have like Bollinger Bands, Duncan channels, fractal chaos bands. There are lots of different indicators that can all be either added through this UI library, or you can actually, all of this can be added programmatically. So you don't need to, for example, open a Jupyter notebook and then have your chart and then have to customize what you're adding to it each time. Instead, you have like different functions that you can add, so you can have a sort of preset of what your technical analysis chart looks like. And just to go over some more different kinds of indicators, there's oscillators as well for volume, price oscillators, which you have your RSI index, which I know is very popular, and some statistics, which show your correlation coefficient, your kurtosis, and that sort of thing. So there are lots of different kind of indicators, and at the end of the day, we have also we're improving as we go on, and there are still a lot of capabilities that we're working on, and will make this an even better experience. And again, you can have this as a live trading environment. So if you plug in your data feed here that's live and you show it, it will be kind of like you're looking at a real trading application you pay thousands of dollars for. And then we have drawing tools, And here, the types of charts, we can change them. So again, you don't have to be candlestick. You can have mountain charts, line charts, Kagi charts, but we'll stick with the candlesticks. And again, you can customize basically almost everything in this charting component. And another thing that we can't show here right now, which I wish we could have, is you can add a different like indicator on top of this chart. So you don't need to have one like just S&P on top of it, but you can also have, say, Google on top of it or NASDAQ on top of it. And it won't show as a candlestick, it will be a line chart. So that's a way we can compare between two different uh, sort of stocks. So do you guys have any questions around this library or this component?
For my standard, with the comparison between the Python and the JavaScript, I know you have the JavaScript component and then the
Mm-hmm.
Python built on top. Are like is the JavaScript going to have a lot more features versus the Python, or is it kind of like Python just a wrapper to what's built on with the JavaScript?
Yeah, I think I can answer that question. Yes, our Python library, both the trading charts as well as the regular lightning chart products, in Python they are pretty much a wrapper around the JavaScript charts. So what you can do with Python, you can do also with JavaScript and vice versa. So when it comes to, for example, these trading charts, both Python libraries and JavaScript libraries will have the exact same features and capabilities.
Okay. One last question I got for myself is in terms of I'm trying to move everything off of Windows going to Linux. So there should
Mm-hmm.
not be any problem with any of the Linux support at all. Like I'm running it through Ubuntu 22 through a WSL. But if I put it through a headless version, there shouldn't be any real problems on it. Is
Are
this
you
going
are
to
you
cover?
using .NET? Because otherwise, there's no problem.
I know there's no .NET involved. It's just 100%
Yeah.
JavaScript.
No, yeah, it should be. It's cross-platform, I believe.
Okay.
There should be no issues.
Okay.
Now, I can't guarantee you. Maybe there's some quirks in Linux that are,
Okay.
you can't really get around it.
Yeah,
That
understood.
you're gonna have to fix yourself. So,
Okay.
but other than that, it should be there is support for Linux as well.
Okay. Okay. That's it for me.
Cool. And I think there's one more demo that I had here, which was a heat map. So this one essentially, you here we don't. It's not the S&P. It's another data set, but it's one of our examples where we can add sort of heat maps on volume, and we can also have momentum heat maps to see sort of regions where people think, that maybe you use it in your pricing strategy, or you think it's or your trading strategy, and that's what you want to do. So we have this capability, which I have never seen before on any other chart before, trading chart, where you have a heat map directly on top of regions to indicate uh, where there's high volume, low volume. Um, and yeah, this is sort of a very limited demo because I can't show you every single feature,
Understood.
but we have on our website, if you go to lightningchart.com and you go to products, Python charts, and gallery, you'll have sort of the whole encompassing sort of how many charts we can use. And I mean, I didn't go over like 3D. We have 3D box charts. We can do box plots, polar charts. And another thing that's also coming in Python at some point in time is some statistics charts as well. So there's sort of lots of features and lots of things to look at. So I think that's sort of a basic overview of who we are as a company, our Python charts, and as well as the trader charts. You can find all that more information if you need on lightningchart.com, and feel free to also ask me any questions. And I'll answer it to the best of my ability.
Yeah, that's great. I don't know if I have a psychic on board as well, Predrag. If he's got any questions, just jump in. So the JavaScript and the .NET versions are 100% compatible with each other, I guess.
You mean JavaScript and Python?
Sorry, no, there's a .NET component and then there's a JavaScript component. Are they pretty well 100% compatible with each other in terms of features?
Yeah, I can answer that again. They are not completely identical because we started only with the .NET product.
Right.
So LightningChart JS came years later. So it simply hadn't had at much enough time to catch up features
Right.
wise. So in .NET we have most of the features, for example, volumetric rendering and some signal tools for FF3D transformations and stuff like that. But eventually, I'm sure JS library will catch up with .NET. But
So, so in
yeah,
terms of just specifically with the finance part, are they pretty well 100% between the two? Just on the financial charting or the FinTech features, are they pretty well neck and neck, or is still there going to be a lot of advantages just using the .NET version?
yeah. When it comes to our trading charts, they are almost identical. There are
Okay.
some differences between .NET and JS charts. For example, currently we have been focused more on these JS trading charts and Python trading charts. So they are actually having a bit more features. But then again, .NET is always has been a, its performance has always been a bit
That's right.
better.
Right.
And also when it comes to coding in .NET, you have a lot more freedom to code with the charts.
Got it. And just I always say one last question, but is it do you have as part of your roadmap like eventually to have some kind of capability where you could have like a mobile app, like if somebody wanted to take Lightning Chart and then put it into a mobile edition, either Android or iOS? Is there like anything like that on the roadmap at any time?
Uh, yeah, there are some.
As
I'm not
native, right? As native application.
it's native. Pasi, can you answer to that?
So currently, we are not supporting native iOS and Android applications, but our charts fully work in those environments, but it needs to be put inside this kind of WebView console.
Right.
You,
Okay.
you're using for the JavaScript, you're using the WebGL. Are you moving to WebGPU in the future?
I'm not sure about that, what our JS team has planned.
Yeah, it is possibility. We cannot reveal those plans at the moment
Of course
on this
not. Yeah.
channel. Sorry.
Yeah. No problem. No problem. I mean, you guys are like light years ahead of everybody else, anyways. So it's not like they're gonna catch up anytime soon.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. I guess is there any other questions at all? But I'd also noticed that you guys have demos for specifically for options trading as well as part of the trading app as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, we have it, there's a lot of different demos we have as well, like on our
Okay.
website.
Okay.
The one I showed you with the vol surface for the call option was my own example.
Okay.
Um, but I can share with you
Sure. Yeah.
anytime
Whatever
you
you
want.
got. Because just from my perspective, I mean, it's just so revolutionary what you guys have. Because the guy that showed me Lightning Chart was back 10, 12 years ago. He was probably one of the biggest hedge funds that I've come across over the last 14 years. And yeah, he put you guys like way ahead of everyone. This guy was like real, I mean, beyond technical. And yeah, he said that you guys still have stayed ahead in the marketplace, and that's pretty hard achievement. But yeah, I salute you guys for where you're at, and just everything's so slick and just really polished. Um, Anybody else got questions or comments?
I'm going to add something myself, and I'm sorry I'm doing this, from my car. I don't want you to see me with a belt around my neck. But as it relates to options trading, um, very likely that we're going to do something more creative there in the way of, let's say, comparing implied vols coming from, option chains with historical realized volatility, and maybe putting that into readily deployable strategies, and mapping the the strategy payouts, and the various scenarios and things like that. As a rule, I would say that what LC is trying to do at the moment, um, look, the charting technology, thank you for praising it. I'm not going to say anything more because we're subjective. Okay, it's our own thing. When it comes from external independent parties, it's so much more refreshing for us. But I think, that what we're trying to do at the moment is to develop various levels of solutions with these things, which solutions that can be integrated, in other applications, in other ecosystems, in other things like that. And I think a prime example of that really is, this Python Dawn, um, which, I mean, as Radu pointed out, um, we've basically barely scratched the surface here. In some sense, we haven't even shown you anything. If we were going to have an opportunity to work on other projects, to show you, the real time functionality and things like that, it would just blow your mind. All these things are possible, as everybody pointed out, because of the quality of the chart component. The reality is that if you throw large amounts of data to a chart component and it freezes, nothing else matters at that point. You're just dead in the water.
Right.
And yeah, so going forward, expect some additional solutions, to hit. Python should be the beginning, not the end of, this effort.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah, I agree. Especially now, like I do a lot of AI code generation and vibe coding. Um, and it's now where ChatGPT 5 is now at. You just tell it what you want in the prompt, and if and specifically say you want to use LightningChart, and if it has the capability to build it, the AI will definitely build it. I've played enough with some other third-party tools and charting included. And as you say, it's very, very possible to go down that path, as you said. Uh, any of you guys want to add anything new at all? I mean, this was a really good. I mean, I like these kind of introductions because part of the problem is you go on a website and you don't see the complete solution of what's available there. Um, so just providing this and putting this up online helps people choose overall the other different types of charting packages out there. But as I said, I think Lightning Charts is probably the premier out there of any of the ones that I've seen, including the open source. And as I say, you get what you pay for on the open source versus the commercial ones. So from my perspective, I'd always try to go with the commercial ones whenever you can.
Yeah, and Brian, the other thing that probably is a message we would like to convey to the outside world, as it relates to the charting component itself. Obviously, you guys have had an opportunity today, to see some of our team members and what they're up to and things like that. We are adding, and I'm probably the first such person. We are adding, to the product development effort. We're bringing people with real experience. I've been a registered money manager myself for 32 years. You go and you do a search on the OSC website, my name will pop up. We're trying to bring, these kind of people on board and get into initiatives for really high level finance. And maybe hopefully the technology we have will allow us to democratize what is otherwise available only in the institutional type realm and things like that, for the more upscale, quants and do-it-yourselfers and things like that. Our knowledge at this point, as it relates to fintech products, okay, transcends, technology type knowledge, and we're basically adding these other components, because look, not everybody in the trading world understands, how an option works, what to do with it. A lot of people sometimes, they just want to, market's going up, I'm going to buy a call option. It doesn't work like that. There's other elements and there's other data that you need to follow, and this charting library is probably, if not the only, definitely one of the few that will allow you to do what you want to do, strictly because of the performance.
Yeah. And the thing is, the only thing I've seen that comes close, well, I shouldn't say close, but that is, like, I played with MATLAB for many years, and MATLAB's very revolution in itself. But you take what MATLAB's capable of doing, and you have, as you know, probably the entire ecosystem with MATLAB. But here and now with the AI, like, the world's your oyster now, because you can use a lot of what's in their API and be able to create stuff that you didn't know that could exist, if you follow me, especially as you said in the world of options trading, because there's so much data to work with. That's the powerful thing.
Yeah, and look, there can be other things, in the, especially, again, for institutional people, stuff like, arbitrage and was spread trading and things like that, and it requires an absolutely following those things. You have to follow an absolutely ridiculous amount of data, and if you cannot render it properly, you're just falling behind the curve, and you will have because look, people make the argument, okay, whatever, I'm going to make my algo and it can run. I've been doing this for 32 years at the professional level. Good luck with that. You have to be in a position to see what's going on, and frankly, that is probably the number one advantage with LC. Basically, you can put on a chart component some data that you can follow in real time while your algo is running in the background, not just blindly running the algo in the background.
Exactly. Yeah, you want to see the visual representation for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
No, this is great. I'm glad this was held. But thanks a lot, guys, for doing that and demonstrating that. I'm definitely gonna build it out and scale it, a lot of it, wherever I can, which is pretty well every day.
Yeah. Are you yeah. Anyways, are you in Toronto, Brian?
Yes, sir, I am.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm in the GTA, the Big Smoke.
Nice. Lake Smoke, yes.
Uh,
Beautiful.
yeah, it's good. Any you guys want to add anything new? Otherwise, I guess we can wrap it up. But I appreciate all your time.
Yeah. LC all the way, baby.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, should we also tell something about the Dash Terra product line? Like, we are working with the new cloud-based platform, and if you want me to present that a little bit, I can do that.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do that, because I will, like, I don't know if you know Vultr, VULTR. They're like a boutique kind of shop for cloud. They're pretty good, but I'll always be open to any new cloud providers out there. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go. So we are actually working with this kind of cloud-based dashboarding solution. And this is like a multi-industry platform solution. This has visualization capabilities for everything. And this comes with the interactive dashboard designer. And we have made some demo projects already ready to go here. And it's very easy to make any financial dashboard with this tool. Like we have lots of chart types here available in the toolbox, and also lots of statistics charts, including 3D statistics charts. We have technical analysis charts available in there, and data sources can be imported practically from any place. Like you can upload files from your hard drive, you can access them from the web resources, you can connect with SQL database queries and get data like that. And we have also streaming real-time data capability here, so we can stream in masses of data in real time. And there is just no kind of platform capable of doing this at the moment.
That's incredible.
We have practically the world-leading technology to visualize the graphics. We have lots of experience in dashboard building. This is going to be really big.
Yeah, I can imagine. So when that gets released, is that going to be closed source, or is that going to be like, dare I say, not open source, but the source code would be available for those that are willing to pay, or is it done through an API, or?
This is actually like available right now as public beta service at dashtera.com.
Got it.
And you can sign up to a free account, and you can create these dashboards in the web-based service itself.
Wow.
You don't have to install anything. You don't have to code anything. You configure all these dashboards with like a drag and drop.
And is that in JavaScript, or is that in .NET, or?
No, this is like a website.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Dashtera.com.
Okay. So it's a plug and play. So there's no coding at all accessible at all. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, you could consider this as Microsoft Power BI, but with engineering capabilities and finance charting capabilities, practically a unified solution to cover all the business visualization needs.
Yeah, I
And
think.
absolutely no coding is required.
Wow. And the thing is,
So-
like, go ahead.
So it's similar to you're using it like similarly to Grafana, right? On the way that
Yeah,
you
we
are preloading all the data and then show to the website.
Yep, we are partially competitor to Grafana for sure.
Right.
But our visualization engine is way more powerful than theirs.
Yeah.
Like magnitudes faster. It is not GPU accelerated at all. We have it.
And I mean, dare I say, but TradingView's got to watch out with these kind of tools.
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, that's a big statement for TradingView. That looks very revolutionary. I'd have
Yeah.
to play with that. That looks really exciting for you guys. I'm glad to see that you guys got something like that to really demonstrate a lot of the LightningChart here. That's pretty incredible. I'll definitely play. Look at that. That's amazing.
Yeah, as you can see from here, we are streaming real-time data, and it's coming from another server to our cloud service, and there's no hiccups, there's no lags. We can visualize hundreds of real-time feeds at the same time,
Wow.
if not thousands.
That's absolutely mind-blowing.
Yeah, and
So
everything is like a super fast to zoom, pan, like these kind of things.
the implication of this, Brian, of what you're just saying is that basically, look, every product in the lineup serves a purpose. The software component helps people that want to build their own applications. You know, the Python add-on extends, usability to, the Python engine, as a quant type scripting language. Dashtera, is a different iteration of LightningChart in the sense that Dashtera, number one, you don't need to do any coding. It's pre-made for you.
Yeah.
You can integrate any data sources, and you not only you can follow them yourself in particular dashboards, but you can integrate them, to be, iframed into certain other websites and things like that. Different things for different people. I'm sure there's usability, for quants,
Oh,
in Dashtera. I'm also pretty convinced that Dashtera and the Python are not mutually exclusive for quant. So the company's basically intention here is to provide a one-stop shop, full data visualization box that you can use in as broad an ecosystem as you can get.
I think
Okay.
you've mission accomplished there by the look of it. Wow.
Uh, yeah, I'm biased, but I don't disagree.
Wow, this looks amazing. Good job.
Yeah.
Great.
And these dashboard projects can be also shared to other people, and they can be shared to social media directly from here. We
Wow.
have multiple sharing options, like of course, like spreading around, exchange data. You shouldn't do that, but if you have the right to use that data, publish it online, then it's safe to blast it out to
Yeah,
the web
yeah.
pages.
Well, I know that
Interactive, like dashboards on the websites.
I'm sure CME may have, well, as far as I know, if you have the raw data, that's fine. But once you start changing it and calculating and manipulating it and turning into kind of your own proprietary data, or in this case, your own kind of visual representation, it should be okay. That's what I've been told through various sources. It's the raw data
Yeah, yeah,
that they want to protect.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brian. You must not represent the raw data, but whatever iteration of yours, including raw data, you're in a position to.
Yeah, I think that's what I
You
was
know.
told a few years ago. Yeah. No, but this
Now,
looks amazing.
the difficult aspect of that is that sometimes, if you want to show, let's say, your own proprietary indicator or whatever you have, you basically want to compare that, to the actual index stock, currency pair, so on and so forth, and sort of loses relevance. But this is just, for the sharing part, for the using for yourself part. Obviously, there's no restrictions.
Right.
And yeah.
Yeah, like I'm ready to go hog wild even for my own proprietary needs. So this is a tool I'll be looking out for in pretty fast order.
Well, and
It's very
look,
impressive.
and and look, the absolutely outstanding thing about this is that this can be a platform where, let's say, an organization can really visualize absolutely all its data. It can be marketing data, it can be sales data,
Yep.
it can be employee efficiency data, it can be market data, it can be analytics data, it can be any kind of data.
Right, right.
And you have it all in one, like, data hub. If
Yeah,
you
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No, that's a pretty neat demo. Appreciate that. Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, no problem. My pleasure.
Anything else, I guess? Unless there's other awesome surprise you're holding back on.
Well, we have some others, but we're gonna let you go with these ones into the weekend, and maybe
Okay.
we're
Yeah,
gonna show you some other ones next week. Okay?
sure. Yeah, I understand. But that's impressive what you got going on. Uh, really good. Wow, that's all I can say. Wow, wow, wow. All right, I guess we're kind of done here, unless you have any other questions, Project?
No,
No? Okay. I think
no.
his Josh still on the floor like mine is. All right, thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it. This is an awesome demo, and I'm looking forward to get my hands on some of this stuff and showcasing it out online for you. This is pretty incredible.
Wonderful.
Alrighty. So
Okay,
again,
thanks
thanks.
a lot.
Yeah, thanks to you guys at LightningChart. You guys have got something very, very revolutionary. I mean, I already knew what you guys had, but that Dash Terra, wow, 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 wow. That's all I could say.
Thanks.
No problem. All right. Thanks, guys, for coming out. I appreciate it. Have a good weekend and whatever's left of the summer. And have a good session or wherever you are.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Thank you, Brian.
Okay.
Cheers, guys.
Have a good
Thank
day.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.